I first came to Padair in 2013. Back then, it was pretty soon after the war and the camps and all that had been broken up. People were definitely without food. People were starving to death, and people were trying to get settled here or figure out where they were going to go and what they were going to do. After 2 visits, it became clear that there was a calling that God was making on my life. I didn't know how I could help. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I just felt that call. Pastor Enoch had asked this group of us if we would help them from an economic standpoint and make purchases when we come. And we gave him some nice answers as to why we didn't think that was such a great idea. It was creating a false market, among other things. But he looked at me and talked to me afterwards and said, I understand that, but I have people starving to death right now. And I felt like that was what got my attention, or I felt like God was saying, you can do something to help, and if it's nothing else, you can obey. In the past year, we've really solidified our mission, and it's really comprised of 4 parts. And the first one is the Bead Project, which was our original project, where they make jewelry and purses out of paper beads. This summer, we're trying to add to that in making glass beads. So this trip, we are also making ovens and going to be training several of the women on how to make glass beads. We also have a business training project and microloans that started in 2017. So the ladies go through a business training class, usually go through it several times. They work on a business plan that's reviewed by a committee of Ugandans, and loans are based on whether or not the idea is sustainable. Our third thing that we do is women's ministry. The women are always working on growing spiritually. They attend church, they meet in cell groups. In the cell groups, they either have somebody that can read the Bible to them, or they can use proclaimers, which gives them the New Testament in a Choli language, and it just reads it out loud to them. It's a solar machine, so all they have to do is pop it out in the sun that morning, and by the afternoon, it's ready to go. Then also when I am here, we always do Women's Ministry Day trainings, and we go through the Bible, do biblical teaching. And then the fourth thing that we are now doing is what I'm calling Mercy, where we identify, say, 5 people or families a year that aren't going to make it on their own, that there's either a risk of someone dying or a child that's just not being cared for because of health reasons. So we go ahead and intervene with those families and try to help them. I feel God's divine plan in all of this, how He has led us in really teaching women how to have relationship, into working into community, into working into their church, into caring about the rest of the community outside of the community, and really into reaching out all around northern Uganda, both from a spiritual standpoint and I hope from an economic standpoint. I never knew when I started just saying I will help with paper beads that we would in 5 years have a complete organization that had a mission and a project and a plan and was reaching people both at home and halfway around the world.